He checked his account. $47.16. That was all. Not enough for rent. Not enough to survive. But somehow, enough to start. Because sometimes, when you're down to your last dollar, what you choose next is what rewrites everything. There was a young man named Darren. He wasn't reckless, wasn't lazy. He just tried. Tried to make his online business work. Tried to balance bills and dreams. Tried to stay positive when rejection emails piled up. He lived in a tiny apartment above a corner store in St. Louis. Used milk crates as bookshelves. Slept on a mattress directly on the floor. Every morning he'd get up early, laptop on his lap, instant coffee in hand. He wasn't chasing fame. He just wanted to build something of his own. But every month, the bank account crept lower. And the doubt crept louder. One Friday afternoon, he got an email. It was from his landlord. Final notice. Rent is past due. If you can't pay by Monday, we'll have to terminate your lease. Darren stared at the screen, then at his bank app. $47.16. No savings. No backup plan. No safety net. He put on his shoes and went for a walk. Past the gas station. Past the high school where he used to play basketball. His thoughts circled like crows. You're a failure. Get a real job. It's too late. Then, something strange happened. He stopped walking, pulled out his phone, and opened a website builder. He'd been toying with an idea for months. A tiny niche e-commerce site. Selling motivational journals for students, the kind he wished he had back in college. He had sketches, mock-ups, quotes he wrote at 3 a.m. when anxiety kept him up. He sat on a bench outside a Walgreens, back hunched, fingers shaking, and bought the domain, $12.99. Then he purchased a minimal Shopify theme, $29. He looked at what was left, $5.17. And for some reason, he smiled, because he had finally bet on himself. Not waiting for perfect. Not waiting for ready. He launched with only 3 products, each one named after a feeling he'd fought to keep. Hope, focus, resilience. The first week, 3 orders. The next, 7 more. He started sharing parts of his own story in the product descriptions. Not flashy, just honest. People responded. A college counselor from Minnesota bulk ordered for her class. A woman from Brooklyn wrote, "This notebook helped me talk to my son again." By year 2, the business hit 6 figures. Not because of some viral video, not because of luck, but because of one bold move when he had only $47 left and chose to believe that wasn't the end. So if you're sitting there right now, checking your bank account, holding on to your last few dollars, wondering if any of this is worth it, listen closely. Your worth is not your balance. Your future is not your fear. And sometimes, the boldest investment you'll ever make is in yourself. If Darren's story moved you, share this with someone who needs to hear it. Comment below, what bold move are you ready to make? Subscribe for more true stories that remind you, your lowest point is not your last chapter.